Hey, Steve here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today what we're going to be doing for Monday Guitar Motivation is we're going to be talking about triads and how someone like Randy Rhoads would use them in their playing. Hey, Michael. Hey, Paul. Good morning. Stanlin is here. Very cool, from Australia. Carl is here, of course. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Kevin is here. Roger is here. Good morning to you, Roger. So yes, I am live. It is Monday morning. And Michael Bay is here. How you doing, Michael? Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. This is great. So we already have a lot of people on here. Good morning. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Ronald. Strung Out Six String is here. Chris is here. How you doing? So awesome that you're all here. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at, Austin Mullaney from Moorhead. How you doing, Austin? Facebook, Las Vegas. Ryan is here. Jeremiah is here. Awesome. Thank you, Vince, Jay. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Let's go ahead and get started. So basically what we're going to do is, we've seen things where I remember being a kid and watching right? You know what I'm talking about with Randy Rhoads, and thinking that was so cool how this, thing is in the key of F sharp, and he's doing this thing. And it took me a while to realize that there's logic behind it. Instead of just jamming, there's actually a thing happening there. And that's why I thought it'd be fun to talk about for this week's Monday Guitar Motivation, is maybe to let you see a little more insight into this if you never really thought about it before and how this works. And so let's take a look at the chord progression first of all to start. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Josh. Hey, Chris. David is here from San Diego. Thank you. Christopher is here. Tom is here. Thank you so much, everybody. So let's take a look at the little chord progression for the Crazy Train solo here that goes. So what we're doing here is we're going from F sharp down to E, down to D, C sharp, B, A, over the F sharp. So we're just looking at the two first chords right now. That's what we're going to be doing. Hey, Chucky. Hey, John. My knees hurt is here. Very nice. Leet says Randy Rhoads was the reason I picked up guitar. He was certainly one of my reasons as well. So let's take a look at the first chord here, which is F sharp minor. Okay, so if we look at the top of this, we're playing F sharp, A, and C sharp. That's the triad. Now, it's okay if you don't know your theory, but those are the notes that are making up the F sharp minor chord, or the F sharp, A, and the C sharp. And so if we look at those three chords, and then we look at the next thing here, we're going to go from F sharp. We have this little bump on E, and then we move down to D. So the D is the second chord we want to look at. So if we take that D chord and put it right here, and we look at the top of this, the top of that bar chord right there, okay, we've got our D, F sharp, and our A. So if we look at those two shapes, the top of the F sharp minor, which is sitting right here, and the top of the D, which is sitting right there, we'll notice that they're using some of the same notes. The F sharp and the A are being used by both of those chords. The difference is that the F sharp minor is using C sharp, but the D, of course, is using the D. So that's how this is working. So if we put that on one string instead of three different strings, we can see we have D, we're going to be playing our F sharp A, and our C sharp. And when the D comes up, then we're still going to be using that F sharp and that A, but we need a D, so we move up. So that's how that works. So if you think about it, as we're playing here, if you were to see a chord, and I want to show you the realism behind this, so this is something that you can use, okay? So as I'm playing this F sharp minor, and I see the D chord sitting right here, okay? What I can do is off that fifth string bar chord, I can visualize the F sharp and the A, so I'm really visualizing off of this middle finger note here, which is the minor third. And if it does go from, or if you write something, if you like to write songs, and you go to this chord, you're going to bump up just that one note. So we have... Now again, the technique behind this, we're not going to spend the time talking about today, because it's really the triads that I want you to get, but... So let's say we were doing that in a different key. Let's say we were doing that over here in D minor, going to B flat. Okay? So if we were doing that, no worries, Jeff. I'm glad you're here, bud. Cassandra is here. Very cool. Thank you so much for being here, Cassandra. So we have D minor going over to this B flat. So what we would do is we would take, again, that middle finger right there, which is on the minor third. So there's our root third fifth. And then it goes from here to here. It would go. And you would bump that note out, okay? So if you remember that, that would be a really easy way for you to try and implement this into your own playing in whatever capacity you choose to, okay? Kind of a cool thing. So again, doesn't matter what key you're in. If you're in C minor, going to A flat, right? You could, again, visualize that. And then when it goes to the A flat, you would move that up, okay? So that's number one that I want you to work at this week, is just exploring that. Just work on what I'm showing you, but then change it to another key and see if you can find that and see if it's something that you can actually implement into your playing. But I want to show you another one, okay? If we look at Mr. Crowley here and we look at the chord progression going D minor to G minor, C major, F major, okay? So now what we're doing is he's playing this. And again, whatever technique, if you're, maybe you're hybrid picking it or doing whatever you want to do with it. That's not the conversation, but you can play it any way you want. So what I'm doing there is I'm taking D minor, and I'm playing the triad up here. Okay? So I'm playing 15, 13, and 17. Okay? So D, F, and then moving up to the A, D, F, and A, right? My root third fifth. So now we're looking at playing not something where we're tapping on one string, but we're actually just spanning it out and playing the actual triad on the first two strings. Hey, Larry, thanks for being here. Hey, Crilly, thanks for being here. Steve, Kevin McKinney is here. Eric, thank you, everybody. David Stevens is here. Very cool. So I've got my D, my F, and my A. Well, then he just keeps outlining that. So when it goes to G minor, okay, then he moves up. We can see G minor up here, an octave higher. So then what he's doing is moving up and playing his G, B flat, and D. Now the note of the order of the notes is going to change, but the positions are the same. So that's how he's doing this. So he's trying to visualize his D minor chord right here, his G minor, his C major, we would move down to 13 and play 13, 12, 15, which is C, E, and G. And then F comes along, so now we need F. It's an F major, so we need F, A, and C. Or F, so we got F right here, A here, and C there. So again, it's inverted, right? It's an inversion, but the notes are still there. So he's just trying to make a shape that he can play over and over and over with each one of these chords using the same technique that he's playing on those same two strings. So we have D minor, G minor, C major, and then F major. And what's really cool is it ends with this melody that it began with. Now, one of the notes is different, but these two notes are the same. So it's like a round robin where he comes back around melodically. You see? So this note is changing, right? But the other two are the same. So it has kind of this theme to it. Okay? So if that makes sense, that's what I want you to start thinking about a little bit, is how you could approach this. Again, there's a million ways that you could explore this on the fretboard, but always remember that you're not as far away from the next chord in your progression as you might think you are. Like as guitar players, we get used to always thinking, we have to move up positions because the guitar chords are moving. And maybe we do, but if we were going from, F to B or B minor or something like that, even though it might seem like it's a long distance on the sixth string, if we were playing six-string bar chords, chances are we could find a way of being able to play it where we wouldn't have to move the position at all, or if we did have to move, it would be minimal. We wouldn't have to move very far. So that's what I want you to be thinking about this week, is just some things like that that you could apply to your playing, all right? So George Sember is here, Dan is here, thank you everybody. Nicholas is here, Nicholas Hellstrom. Roger Owens is here, James Owings is here, Ronald Collins is here. Thank you everybody so much for being here. Stay positive, keep practicing, and remember, if you're looking for any guitar lesson content, head over to guitarzoom.com and check out our all-access membership. So take care. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking time out. And remember, you're going to be able to watch this again on whatever platform you're on. You can just watch it later when you're not at work or school or whatever it is you have going on, all right? Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I sure do appreciate that, all right? Hey, wait. Mikkel says, my life is a little down. Mikkel, I want you to make yourself feel better, buddy, okay? Do what you need to do to get yourself back up. Life is too short, all right? So I need you to try and stay as positive as you can, buddy, okay? All right, take care.